Yo, it's Cal. I'm from Detroit, and I took the flipping medical commodities course, and I can honestly say it changed my life. So, Felix, whatever questions you got for me, bring them. I'm ready to answer them.
Okay, so first off, how old are you? You said you're 20. Yo, what's up, guys? Felix from Flippin' Medical Commodities University. I also run the Giant Lifestyle YouTube channel. In this video, we're sitting down with Cal. Last month, Cal said he made over $10,000 profit, and he's only 23 years old. I wanted to bring him on so he could share you his success, what he's doing, and how everything is going. So, Cal, man, welcome to this video. Welcome to the channel. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you are, where you're from, who you are, where you're from, and what you have going on for us.
Yo, it's Cal. I'm from Detroit, and I took the flipping medical commodities course, and I can honestly say it changed my life. So, Felix, whatever questions you got for me, bring them. I'm ready to answer them.
Okay, so first off, how old are you? You said you're 20,
Yeah, 23. I just turned 23 last month. Yep.
23, making $10,000 a month profit. That's what you made last month.
Profit, but we're not including shipping costs, gas, and but product.
What
Yeah,
would you say as far as maybe tack off another 1,000 or so as far as shipping costs on the high end?
yeah, we can take off about 1,000.
So nine to 9,500 in profit last
Yep,
month.
yep, around there.
Okay, cool. So tell everybody, when you bought the course, how was the course, your experience on that?
So I bought the course. I think it was like actually 2021, and I put it on the back burner for probably about a year because I had some other stuff going on, and at the same time, I just wasn't taking it serious. So last year, I want to say 2022, end of March, April, around that time, that's when I decided, like, okay, I'm ready to jump into something. I'm ready to lock in. And so I started putting out the signs. And that's really when I just made the decision that, I was ready to make a change. So,
And how long did it actually take you to make some money? Because a lot of things that hold people back is they learn about it and they don't make money day one or week one or maybe month one and they quit. So how long did it take for you, or not quit, but just not really go
right.
full steam ahead? How long did it really take you to say like, okay, this stuff works? Maybe not make 10,000, but you're like, okay, this stuff works.
Man, I think it was like a week after I put out my first and I got my first call. I still remember my first transaction, and I went to the lady's house and I did the pickup. And I, like I said, it came like a couple weeks, probably not even a couple weeks. It came about a week after I put out and that's when I was like, this is real. And so I basically after that I knew, it was possible, and so I just kind of locked in a little bit more. I guess I just needed to see that it was possible. So once you get those first couple pickups, that's kind of when it's going to register in your brain, I guess, and it's going to make you want to go a little harder to see what else you can do in the
Cool.
business.
So did you do any other forms of marketing or?
My first set of marketing in my first few months, it was just I don't remember exactly how many I put out in the first months of me doing it, but it was a few hundred, and that few hundred, it built up enough clientele for me to start, seeing the difference. Because like even if you're doing an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, some people might do an extra $2,000 a month in their first. So it's like, yeah, that first is really what you want to set out to put out, and you most likely you're gonna see a difference. You're gonna get a couple calls. You're gonna get a couple transactions. It's really about just taking the first set of action, really.
And do you do any other marketing methods or no?
Right now, yeah, right, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. A few months after I got into the business, I dibbled and dabbled. They can be a little on and off. They're not really a fan of the business. And then a little bit of Facebook Marketplace, but I would say the bulk of it, I'd say it's about 85% for
Cool.
me right now.
Now you're in Detroit. Is there anybody else out in Detroit that you see that's doing this business? And if there is, can you touch on competition? People always say, "Well, I see 5 other people in my city doing this. I can't do it." Can you speak on that?
Yeah, so actually, it's another guy. We actually spoke. I I think his name might be Brian or something like that. I know he's in this group too. It's a road called Telegraph. That's where I market some of my marketing at. And it's funny because I put out more cash for diabetic test strips. So it's competition, and I kind of just laughed at I'm
Telling
actually doing
people,
it.
you know, there's enough out there for everybody. Just
Yeah,
because
you gotta.
there's one
Yeah,
person doing it doesn't mean that that's gonna, you know, you just
exactly.
have to do it better or just get your piece of the pie. I mean, you did 10,000, maybe call it 9,500 after fees and shipping and driving and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But I mean, 9,500, and there's probably Brian making a few thousand, and there's probably other people you don't even know about making a few thousand. So it seems like
exactly.
there's always enough to go around.
Exactly.
What would you say to somebody who's either like thinking about doing this or maybe has started it and they're not seeing the type of results that you're seeing? What would you say to them?
So first, I want to touch on the last topic. So first of all, it starts in the mindset too. Like you gotta have that abundance mindset. So if you think that it's not gonna work for you, then it's a good chance that it's not gonna work for you. You gotta switch. You gotta flip that switch to where it's like, okay, I see him doing it, I see her doing it, but it's like you said, it's enough out here for everybody, and so you don't want to beat on. I mean, you want to have competition. I mean, in a sense. So it's like, yeah, you gotta switch the mindset to where you believe that it can happen for you, because if they can do it, you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it too.
You get rich in your
So
mind before you get rich
yeah,
in your pockets. I always say that. If you don't get rich in
exactly,
your mind, you'll never be pocket rich.
exactly. It's so important. So I would say, first of all, you definitely want to believe that you can do it. Second of all, take action. So if you're really thinking about doing this business, just take the action. Just make that investment in that couple $100 and just see where it turns out. Because I wish, honestly, like I said, I got the course in 2021. It might have been 2020. I wish that I would have started back then when I first got the course. So I would say, don't let that time pass you by. As soon as you get the course, when I first started the course, I wasn't really thinking that. Um, well, I knew that I did want to. I actually, went full time with it, so I did quit my job. But I did know that was a goal of mine. But it's like I didn't really see it getting to this point exactly. So it's like you never know what can happen. So take action, set the goals,
What kind of
and if
goals,
you
by the
don't.
way, not to cut you off, what kind of goals do you have for, say, February, or do you want to say what kind of numbers you've already? I know February is a short month, but do you want to talk about some goals you got for this year or this month, or can you talk about what is in the horizon?
So I want to have another $10,000 month. So, honestly, I'll be transparent. This month it's been a little slow this month, but like I said, it starts in the mindset. Even though things might be slow,
It will pick up.
yeah, you gotta understand that it'll pick up. Just do your marketing. Continue doing your marketing. Like after this.
And we're shooting this interview at 10:30 at night, so after this, you're not going to watch a basketball game. You're not going to hang out at the bar. You're going to put out marketing.
Yeah, I'm going to go market because honestly, yeah, this month it's been a little slow. So like, um, you got to know that even though it might be slow right now, things are gonna pick up.
Cool. Now I'll just kind of end it with these two questions. Well, first off, what do you think about, like, I know we have this Telegram inner circle that we just started, and then the Facebook group with a bunch of people in there, talking, communicating, networking. What would you say about your whole opinion and thought about that is?
I'll say it's great. Like I don't really talk in the Telegram group, but I'll say that it is very helpful. Like just sitting in and reading on things, reading about questions that other people might have. You might have the same question, and you might see somebody ask it, and it can be really helpful. Like
And maybe even a
they,
little accountability. If you see other people getting money, you don't want to
yeah,
be at the
yeah.
bottom of the totem pole making no money while everybody else is cashing out.
Yeah, exactly. If you're seeing people in there doing 8, 9, 10,000, and some people doing even more than that, 15, $20,000 a month. If you're seeing that's possible, and you're seeing people in the group chat interacting who are doing those numbers, then it kind of makes you realize that you can do it too. So I say the Telegram group chat is definitely for, what is it, like $24 a month. It's definitely worth the investment because you're gonna I mean 20 you're gonna make that back.
Yeah, quick.
The knowledge that you get, yeah, the knowledge that you get is worth the amount that you're paying. You got to pay for if you want to get good knowledge, you got to pay for that most of the time.
And then, last but not least, any final words you want to say to wrap this interview up? Just take it away, and then we'll wrap it up from there.
I'll just say, like I said, it really does start in the mind. So get your mind right, and realize that nothing is gonna happen unless you take the first plan of action. So until you put out those bandit signs, until you do that marketing, nothing is gonna work. So you got to be real with yourself, and you got to realize that if you really want to make a change in your life, then you're gonna have to make a change in the things that you do. So yeah, do that marketing, make those Craigslist posts, and just believe that you can make money in this business, because it definitely is possible, and it's enough out here for all of us.
Cool. So there you guys have it. That was Cal, absolutely crushing it. Thank you, Cal, for joining me on this video. If you want to be like Cal, make sure you check that first link down in the description. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yes, sir.